Good morning. About a year ago, I finally monetized on YouTube, so I figured it's about time I give you guys an update on how much I made in my first year monetized from YouTube. If you're new here, my name is Joanna. I finished my undergrad degree in 2016, UC San Diego. From there, I started my career in finance. I ended up moving to the Bay Area to work in tech, and then landed to where I am today, back in LA as a technical project manager. My friend got me this ceremonial matcha when they went to Japan, and so I've been drinking matcha every morning. So in July of 2022, I finally monetized my YouTube channel. It wasn't easy and it took me way longer than the other YouTube girlies that boast monetizing in like a couple months. And the reason for this is probably because of lack of consistency posting, procrastination, analysis paralysis, social media anxiety. So today I just wanted to show you guys a day in my life and also go over exactly how much I made month to month on my first year and give you guys some tips based off of what I learned. As a YouTube creator without much of a niche, I have a lot of things to say, and so yeah. I hope this will give you guys an idea of what life is like as a content creator. If that's something that you're trying to do, or if it's just something that you're curious about. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it worth it? How much money could you make? Is it a livable salary? Yeah, I personally don't see any reason why I shouldn't be sharing this information. I think it'll be helpful for you guys, and I think that your success will not hinder me from mine. And yeah, there's no reason to gatekeep any of this information because I think YouTube is constantly growing and there's lots of room for more creators to join. You can see how deliciously green and beautiful this matcha is. And I like to mix it with a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of sweetener. And then I always like to top off my matcha latte with some oat milk. Ta-da! Ta-da! So let's do a quick OOTD. This top is from Athleta. And then I'm wearing sweatpants from Under Armour. So is money a sensitive topic to bring up? Let's talk about money. I'm 29 now, and I'm at this weird spot where I feel like I'm making a good amount. I saved a decent amount of money, and I can buy a $7 boba drink or latte and be irresponsible with my money in that kind of way, but also poor in the sense that a lot of my high school and college friends are making six-figure salaries, and they're starting to get married and buy houses and think about having kids. So in some ways, I feel comfortable, but anxious, if that makes sense. Like, I feel really lucky and fortunate to have a solid education and a good career background, but compared to the average 29-year-old in the US, I guess, I would probably be a little bit more risk averse. Also, I come from an extremely frugal family who have instilled their frugal values in me. I came back home during the pandemic to live with my parents, and I've achieved this kind of like reverse lifestyle inflation where I have very little housing costs. If I'm not eating out with friends, I'm buying groceries and cooking at home and eating at home. And I actually also thrift a good amount of my clothes. So this is probably where most people my age spend the most money, where I am saving the most money. So like housing, food, and clothes. And I also don't drink alcohol very much. If anything, I'll go out with my girlfriends once or twice a year. But yeah, I don't really like the taste of alcohol, so I just avoid drinking anyways. But making my matcha lattes at home definitely saves me a lot of money. These can be really expensive outside. Although, not to say that the base cost of the ingredients is cheap by any means, but the price difference making it at home and buying it outside is huge. And I do occasionally splurge on things like nice skincare, travel, manuka honey for my matcha, language classes, etc, etc. So, how I plan my YouTube videos. I have a Google spreadsheet where I brainstorm like a whole giant list of ideas and the dates that I post and things like that. I also have Google Docs where I script out or outline of my video. I do daily to-do lists, mostly in post-it notes. I also have a Google Calendar that keeps me organized. And for more concrete video ideas, I actually have this like Jira board style thing on my wall, which I learned from another YouTuber. Let me show you what it looks like. So it looks like this, where there's like an idea scripted, thumbnailed, filmed, edited, and done. And then here are my ideas, and I can just move them along, like physically move the post-its across. And I recently implemented this idea, and I think it's a great idea. It's really fun and interesting way to kind of like move concrete ideas across the board like this and keep me organized. And I definitely think that if you're working full-time, or even if you're not working full-time and you want to do YouTube, it's so important to stay organized, because you might have a lot of ideas and it's really important to kind of just house them in some place, because you're gonna forget them if you just keep them up here. So house them in some place and then create like concrete plans to build out that process. So yeah, these are just some of the tools on how I stay organized and how I plan and outline my videos. Now let's talk about my monthly YouTube income. But first, let's go somewhere nicer. Okay, so let's go over the monthly YouTube income. I changed, by the way, because it's really hot today, so I put on shorts and a nice crop top. And I'm going to open my YouTube studio. So for full context, I monetized my channel July of 2022. It is now September of 2023, so it's been a little bit over a year. So I monetized my channel July of 2022, and in my first month of just July, I made $92.34. In July, I monetized not on the 1st of July, so I think it was like July 5th or 6th or something like that, and so it didn't start actually paying me until a couple days after the 1st of July. And the majority of my income came from one video. I'm kind of a one-hit wonder. If you guys look at my channel, there's one video that did extra well. So in August, I made $155.17. August was actually my second highest month of 2022. In September, my monthly revenue was $105.43. I'm sure you're gonna recognize that there's a little bit of a trend, but let me assure you that at the end of 2022, the trend breaks. So in September, $105.43 was my monthly revenue. In 2022, I only posted long form content. I hadn't posted any shorts yet, so I just want to throw that out there. And in 2022, I had under 3,000 subscribers, so somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000. In October, I made $104.37. So from September to November, you can see that there's a pretty consistent income of about $100 and some dollars, and it's very similar to November. So in November, I made $103.78. Not all creators will earn this kind of money. Not to say like, you know, $100 is life-changing money or anything like that, but I know lots of small creators with under 10,000 subscribers, or maybe even under 15,000 to 20,000 subscribers, that only make $30 to $50 a month on ad revenue. And the reason for that is because it depends on the niche that you're in. For me personally, I don't really have a niche. I've made videos on lots of different topics, but my one video that did really well is on oil pulling, and oil pulling is considered like, I don't know, like health related, I guess. And so on my channel, if I view my channel off of my phone and I see the ads are generally something health supplements or just a health related ad, which those companies pay more to play ads on those videos compared to a YouTube channel that focuses on beauty or lifestyle. Like the ads that play on those types of videos might pay less per ad or per view. So just want to throw that out there. And then in December of 2022, my oil pulling video really took off. That's when I gained the most subscribers. I think that's when I hit 2,000, almost 3,000 subscribers. And in December, again, this is the most money I made in 2022 by month, is my revenue was $799.62. So basically almost $800. And in December, I got hundreds of thousands of views on that one video, which is kind of what led to me earning $800 this month. And yeah, that video really exploded. I gained a lot of subscribers. I got a lot of traction on my channel. So let's move into 2023 to wrap up the rest of the year. Like, I wish I monetized on a January so that I could do January to December, but no, monetize in July. So let's look at 2023. In January, I was still getting a lot of traction, but a lot less, and I still wasn't posting very much. For full context, I was super busy last year to like March of this year, and so during that whole time, I just barely posted. It might have been just a video or two here or there. So in January of 2023, I made $174.79, which again, amazing monthly revenue for a channel with like under 4,000 subscribers at the time. And I'd probably say I was still kind of riding the high of that oil pulling video explosion in December. And in February, it really died down. It really died down to my lowest earning month ever at the time. So February, I earned $77.53. So YouTube AdSense actually won't pay you unless you've made a minimum of $100. Not that they won't pay you, but they'll withhold it until you've accrued to $100 in either the following month or the following months. And so in February, I did not get an AdSense paycheck that month. And interestingly enough, in March, we kind of bounced back a little bit and I made $220.46. But yeah, I definitely saw growth in my channel and growth in my revenue in 2023, even though February was not the best month for me. Also, February is a shorter month. I don't know how much of a difference that would make. In March, I started to post videos again, and I really stuck to a stricter schedule in March. One video a month from March to May. And in April, I made $195.87. Still doing pretty good and the ball's still rolling. In May, I made $156.60. The main traffic into my channel is my oil pulling video. And because I don't have a niche, people that view my channel from that video might not find lots of other videos to click into. And so if someone subscribes to me and I post a video that's not oil pulling or health related, they might not want to click on that video just because I don't have a particular niche yet. And so again, this ties back to in March to May, I was posting consistently week over week, which in the long run will help my channel because I'm posting content. But in the short term, subscribers that subscribe to my channel for oil pulling content might see other content on like finance or self-help or skincare and they don't want to watch that stuff, and so maybe they'll click and then click off or they'll unsubscribe, whatever it is. And so from March to May, I think it's really understandable that I kind of decreased a little bit in revenue. So let's continue. In June, I made $205.28. Starting around May, I started to post shorts. So shorts videos, shorts content, short form content. I started around May, and I personally think that shorts doesn't make a lot of revenue just because the content is so short, but it's able to gain a lot of impressions on a wide audience. So you're able to grow your audience and your subscriber community a lot more quickly. So I would say my subscriber count actually grew a lot in 2023, and that was purely based off of shorts content. And yeah, I guess that completes the year. So yeah, I've learned a ton in the past year in terms of creating content and posting on YouTube. And I have a lot of really good tips to share with you guys if you guys are aspiring creators or if you guys are just curious about being a creator. So let's go over some of the tips that I have if you are an aspiring creator or already a creator, a small creator like myself. So yeah, let's just get started. Tip number one is film on whatever you have. If you don't have a camera yet, you don't have to use a camera. You can use your phone. I think most iPhones nowadays have great cameras and good microphones. So just film on whatever you have. No need to wait and budget and save for a camera or like the nicest equipment because you don't need that. Like for me, I've gone through a couple cameras now, but I started on a very basic kind of point and shoot camera and made my way to the camera that I'm using today, which is the M50. I see the camera and the equipment as like the main barrier for people to even get started, and I don't see that as a reason why it should be a barrier because again, just use your phone and then there's plenty of free video editing software. I think the most popular one these days is called like DaVinci Resolve, and that one is free. But yeah, there's also like iMovie and plenty of just lots of other free video editing softwares. Tip 2 is to film in natural lighting. So there's a huge window right here and I'm filming in front of the window. I personally don't have any, LED lights or just any lighting equipment. I always use natural lighting. I always film during the day. I always use windows and yeah, just natural light as my background. And so it's free, it's easy, and you can find it anywhere. Like you don't have to sit in front of a window. You can just sit outside at a park. You can go wherever there is light and it's not too noisy. Tip number 3 is start ideas and start creating videos with more searchable topics. Lots of people say that your first 100 videos are just going to be for practice and you're eventually going to make your best videos after your 100th video. But no matter what, I think you would want to create videos that will create an audience for you. Like build your subscriber count, build your community, and that comes from creating content that is searchable by the general public. People are less likely to watch your daily life or just daily vlogs if they don't know who you are already. Obviously, I want to caveat like this is just for most people. Like if you have a super interesting life and you're a great presenter, you have awesome camera skills off the bat, just like natural talent and ability, yeah, maybe you can make it by starting with daily vlogs, but most of us aren't that, unfortunately. Like I know I'm not that. And so I think it's really important to start with searchable content. How to, I don't know, fix a light bulb, or top 3 ways to get a job, or top 10 things you can do in your hometown that you already know. So there's a lot of topics that, I don't know, hopefully aren't boring to you, that you can create, that are more searchable and can create a wider audience for you. Tip number 4 is post consistently and post across all social media platforms. Like post everywhere, including YouTube. Don't limit yourself to one platform. And post both long form and short form content, because I think long form content will create value for the viewers, and short form content will, one, create value for the viewers, but also kind of get your videos out there to wider audiences in a shorter amount of time. So yeah, long form content for value creation and short form content for engagement and impressions. So tip number 5 is title and thumbnail are extremely important. Your title should be short and succinct and to the point, and your thumbnail should be eye-catching, clear, and without a lot of text. Tip number 6 is to practice your presentation skills in front of a camera. Talking in front of a camera can be really, really difficult, especially when you're editing it afterwards. You might hate the way you talk, hate the way you present, or hate the way your voice sounds. I've been there through all of that. And what it really takes is just practice. And then also over time, you'll get used to the sound of your voice. It's natural to look awkward or sound awkward in front of a camera in the beginning. It's totally natural. Just take this time to practice. Everyone can improve with practice. So now let's briefly talk about the different ways you can make money on YouTube. There's various different income streams that YouTubers have in content creation. And I would say the main one, or not the main one, but the first one is YouTube AdSense, so YouTube ad revenue. The second one is brand deals and sponsorship. The third one is posting on different platforms. So different platforms will pay you different amounts. So if you post on Instagram or TikTok, you'll get a separate paycheck from them. Speaking gigs, affiliate links, creators that create their own merch, creators that create educational videos or webinar style products, and one-on-one coaching. Those are the ways that I can think of for now that creators have different streams of revenue. One thing I don't want to mention is that if you want to monetize on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within 1 calendar year. Within a 12-month period to become monetized. And one last thing that I would want you guys to think about is, if you guys are thinking about being a creator, kind of understand what your why is, like why you want to do it, and kind of keep that as like your North Star to keep you motivated and keep you, yeah, just in the game to post consistently and continue doing it. Because if you don't have a why, if you don't know your reasoning or your motivation to be a content creator or post on YouTube or just, you know, make videos, then it might be really difficult for you to continue, because this was a long journey for me and it could be an equally long journey for you. Like I know there's so many creators out there that are like, I became monetized in 2 months, or I became monetized in half a year, and it didn't take me such a short amount of time. It took me a long time to become monetized. And I think there's a lot of people out there that just don't talk about the hustle and don't talk about how long it could possibly take. And in Joanna's School of Hard Knocks, I'm here to share with you the cold hard truth, which is it could take you a year. It could take you multiple years, or you might even never monetize. And so you have to know what your why is to continue working hard and continue creating content. Yeah, because the money might not come as soon as you think, or it might never come. But for the people that are interested in YouTube and wondering like if it's too saturated now or if it's too late for them to become a creator and join now, I definitely would say I don't think so. Like, yeah, it is saturated, yeah, there's a lot of creators, but the interweb is such a big place to be. The internet is just such a wide, vast place for people to just present themselves and their ideas and be their creative outlet. So I think at the end of the day, yeah, there's a lot of creators, but I think there is a great audience for you to share whatever you have to share, whatever you want to share, however you want to bring value to people, or however you want to use YouTube as a platform. And yeah, I think there's lots of opportunity. I don't think YouTube is going anywhere anytime soon. And yeah, so if you guys are thinking of creating, don't hesitate, just start. I always want to just remind people, don't hesitate, don't have like analysis paralysis and watch a bunch of these how to become a YouTuber videos but never actually create your first video. Like, just start, get some practice, you'll get your first subscriber, your first 10 subscribers, and then it'll just get the ball rolling from there. So highly encourage you guys. I hope you guys found this video inspiring in some kind of way, or motivating in some kind of way. And yeah, I wanted to say a huge thank you to all of the people that subscribed to my channel, or just all the people that clicked into this video, watched till the end, or just watch my videos in general. Super grateful and thankful for you guys, and I'm wishing you guys nothing but the best. Alright, see you guys in the next one. Bye!